this is to CPS. This is to any energy supply company. And this message is to every mayor in the Texas region, and including the governor, that I want to listen to this. Right now, your disabled community is dying. And that's not me overreacting. This is how it is. We need power, but not just we need power. We need you guys to step up in not just emergency preparedness, but also with your medical supply companies. Not just your medical supply companies, your home health agencies. Because I have not heard a wellness check on any of them. I have not heard a Mr. Garcia, can we help you in any way? Can we do anything for you in any way? This goes beyond just power and supply. This goes so much deeper. And I really hope that a reform and change starts to happen soon, because if it doesn't happen soon, then there's going to be someone seriously liable for all the deaths that start happening in Texas for individuals with disability and chronic illness, and including the elderly.
That is the voice of Ralph Garcia of San Antonio, Texas, where he and his mother sleeping on the floor, a woman struggling with cancer. They've had no more than 45 minutes of power in the last 48 hours, a condition that's been brought to CPS Energy's attention, our city-owned utility. And I should say this in the middle of a entrenched, extremely cold weather event happening here that we know is a manifestation of our climate crisis and the collapse of our energy infrastructure, the result of deregulation and the ability of structure that allows companies to profit when conditions are tight, such as they are now, where we're actually going through rolling blackouts through much of the state and many millions of people impacted, including several 100,000 in San Antonio at any given time. As I said, Ralph and his mother are both suffering here, both immunocompromised. Ralph himself was born with muscular dystrophy, given 10 years to live. He is now, I believe, 24 years old, largely due to the care of his mother. And he'll talk about both of their medical conditions, all of the medical devices that he requires to live life on his own at home, and that includes, suction machines, a cough assist machine, ventilators, nebulizers, a CPT vest, and on and on. And without those, conditions are truly critical. And of course, the options aren't great right now in terms of leaving the home as well. And so this is an interview we did. We're here have limited our technology out of water. We do have power, but wanted to just get this out quickly. So there's some technical glitches, but primarily the intent here is for folks to hear Ralph's message, and he was really, I should say, interested in telling his story, but telling it as an advocate and telling it on behalf of the disabled community in the state of Texas, where, like I said, conditions are critical. So here's Ralph.
With this story, I want to say, the biggest thing right now is not to just defend my mom and me, but to defend every disabled individual that is out there and going through this. I mean, first of all, the situation is just a mess.
Can you describe to me where you are right now and how you're staying warm, just your immediate physical environment?
Yeah, so first of all, I have spinal muscular atrophy, which is a form of muscular dystrophy, and it is a terminal condition. If the proper care isn't administered, and that has nothing to do with families, that has everything to do with supply and demand. It has everything to do with getting the quality of care that a patient deserves. And, and I'm not the only one that has it. Over 75 percent of MD patients, muscular dystrophy patients, go through something like this. And, so it's very difficult to go through because, the challenges we face on a daily basis, they're not, in my book, a parent, it's difficult to see, your son go through this on a daily basis. But what I want to say is that, it's not about getting what you need, because those, that's the wrong word. Being disabled, you didn't ask to be disabled. It's not a want to go through these things. It's a lifestyle that we are born with and we have to take care of. If we don't take care of it properly, we end up losing our lives.
Absolutely. Let me ask you about that, though. I mean, just so people understand, you don't have power right now. You're dependent because of your condition on a variety of machines that require power. Can you just describe your situation right now? And
So on a daily basis, I take every 4 hours from the moment I wake up to I go to bed. I take nebulizer treatments to help with my lungs, and I administer. Each treatment requires a vial. Just to put it in perspective, an average, not to sugarcoat it or anything, but a regular patient, such as asthma, will take maybe 1 to 2 vials, and that would be as needed. I take up to 4 to 6 vials of different types of medications to take care of my lungs on every 4-hour basis from the moment I wake up to the moment I get on my ventilator at night. And not just that, but that requires power. That's number one. Number two, I require around-the-clock G-tube feeds, which is a supplemental protein shake that you get through the feeding tube that is administered into the patient. Plus, I get fluid intake through that as well because I have trouble chewing and swallowing, and I'm at high risk for choking. Another thing is that requires power. So both require power, and then, like I mentioned before, I'm on a ventilator. So I need to be on that ventilator at least 13 plus hours every night. And but without power, it only has a 6-hour backup battery. So you can see where my difficulty is on that. Another thing is I bring up secretions, which is mucus. So I can't spit that out. What I need is a suction, an oral suction machine. And what that is, it's a yonker that's placed and embedded into my mouth and oral cavity, which requires me to and helps me to secrete those mucus bugs. But if it doesn't apply, then those secretions end up staining my lungs because I'm forced to swallow. And, that can develop pneumonia, bronchitis, and other forms of respiratory problems. And I have a long list of machines. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I want to
I'm
ask.
getting to. One thing is, I have a pulse ox monitor, which reads my oxygen levels, and my heart rate monitor. Right now, that needs to be checked hourly. And I don't have that right now because I don't have power. So I don't know where I'm at. I'm just trusting, my body. I haven't had a breathing treatment in 48 hours because of this problem. And not to mention, I mentioned that the suction machine, but what I did not mention is I have a cough assist machine. And what that is, it's a machine that helps assist me with coughing and pushing on my diaphragm to secrete any hidden secretions that are in my body, and to prevent pneumonia, bronchitis, as well. And before I use that, I use what's called a CPT vest. And what that does is it shakes my lungs and my body to break up those secretions. So pretty much during the day, how I start it is I get off my ventilator, I suction everything that's bound up in my mouth. Then I do my nebulizer treatments. I do my vest, and then I do my cough assist machine. In between, I read my oxygen levels, which are required to be monitored in between the process, and then I do the suction again to repeat, and that's repeated every 4 hours.
Yeah.
And so, and then on standby, if I really go into distress, I have oxygen and I have my ventilator. But without electricity, there's no hope. There's no situation that it goes well. And what's heartbreaking is that, as a man, you go through this and it's hard enough living this lifestyle that wasn't given to me. It was just the way it is. Life happens. I've learned to live with it. I've learned to grow with it, embrace it. But when you're not being met with the needs, it doesn't become the caregiver's fault. It becomes the supplier's fault. My only caregiver right now is my mother. And my mother has taken care of me for 25 years. When doctors gave me the life expectancy of 10 years old. And so that shows a lot of how dedicated a mother is to her child. She has not only made me the man I am today, but to be able to see that when, it's not, and shall I mention my mom?
Let me ask you, Ralph, before we get to that, I just want to acknowledge that, when you say it's not the caregiver's fault, it's the suppliers, right? So we're talking about the energy, the electricity you need to be able to live a life, right?
Yes.
And what is your understanding of the utilities obligation to you? There must be a program or something that, because I know you've been through this before, you've had your power cut off before, and we've spoken before. Is there a class of customer for CPS that should be like a no-go zone? Like you are life and death, must have power on, individual, right?
Yes. So right now, I'm in San Antonio and, in Texas, and we're under CPS right now, CPS Energy. And CPS Energy as a critical care program for patients like me. They do not advertise it. And even when you're on it, they will not tell you when your renewal is coming up. So you have to persistently call in to check if you're still on that list or not. Now, here's the thing. CPS is right now is not, and I advise the people out there, it does not care if you're on the list or not. It made that list strictly for a PR stunt, because right now, everyone on that list, I'm pretty sure right now, is going through the same exact problem right now. My situation right now is I am in the warmest part of the house, in my room, with all my machines that I cannot use. A blanket to my right side is covering the window. I have 3 sheets on top of that blanket. Below the blanket, under the windowsill, is 2 towels insulating any heat. And then on my left is my door. Below my door is 2 towels blocking any of the temperature from dropping right now. Also, over that is a sheet to block any excess air that may leak. Right now, I have 3 blankets and a comforter over my body, and I'm still cold.
Yeah.
And so I have a long sleeve shirt right now. I have my biggest sweatpants, my biggest socks that I have. I have a beanie that's on inside. And right now, I can literally, it's unprecedented because I can't go to the hospital. The hospital right now, you know as well as I do, it's not safe.
Right.
That's a COVID red zone right there.
Well, I wanted, let me ask you about that, because I know it's not just you. You told me that your mother has some health issues, is immunocompromised. You yourself are severely immunocompromised. Can you describe that? Because people may be thinking, well, why don't you just call 911 or go to the hospital?
Yeah. So right now, with any muscular dystrophy patient, my situation right now, I'm immunocompromised. I have a low immune system. Whatever I get, whether it be a cold or just sinuses, just that can turn into pneumonia and have me in ICU.
Yeah.
That's for me. Now, a lot of people might be asking, oh, what about mom? What about the parents? First of all, I have a single mother. She dedicated her life to helping me and taking care of me. Right now, she has epilepsy, she has cervical cancer, and a long list of other problems like fibromyalgia. And she uses a CPAP at night as well, which she hasn't used in 48 hours.
Yeah.
And she is sleeping on my floor right now with a blanket, and not only is she going through chemo, but she just had surgery. And not only that, but to see her lying on the floor, excuse my language, it pisses me off. She can't be in her bed. She can't be taken care of either. It is difficult as a son to see my mother go through that. That shouldn't have to happen.
Yeah. Now, I should say,
what happened. Our situation before was hard.
Yeah.
This takes it times 100.
Yeah.
Because right now, it's not about, it's just a few hours. It's just about an hour of being power-free. No, sir. It's about, we need to do what we need to do to survive.
Yeah.
My mom, just in the past 8 years, has received a stroke, a heart attack, and now she's going through cancer. As a son, that's hard.
And you've been, just to be clear, you've been off power for the majority, would you say the majority of the last 2 days?
Yes.
Okay, now I want to say I did take your case, your address, your name to CPS at a high level, and they're aware of that, right? And I know it went to the folks who are flipping the switches. So, and you've had power come on for, what's the most amount of time you've had power for the last 2 days?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. I know I wanted to be clear, you're trying to save battery. We've reached out to a number of folks to try to find help. And hopefully they are reaching out to other folks. And there's a lot of people in this situation, but this is obviously one that should have never happened. And there's a lot of people asking questions. So I'm wondering, to out of respect for your current condition, the need to save battery, what do you want people to understand before we get off the phone?
So a little bit about me is the best way to get a hold of me is through text message or social media platforms. People can follow me on Instagram or on Facebook at A Daily Dose of Ralph. A Positive Dose of Ralph.
A Positive Dose of Ralph on Facebook?
Yeah. It's a Positive Dose of Ralph on Facebook and on Instagram. Another thing is, I just want to mention, I'm a former state ambassador for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. I'm a current advocate for Cure SMA. And I want to share. I wasn't safe. I wasn't. That even in this situation, that what I try and do for a living and advocate and speak up, that didn't keep me, away from what all of Texas is going through. It put me in the worst spot that I've been in recent months. So, right now I'm just taking it one thing at a time and hoping that things start to get better, which they will. I hope so.
Do you want to leave your phone number for those who are listening?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Well, can you share it?
Yes. My phone number is 210-309-2182. The best way to contact me, like I said, is text message. And reach out. If anyone can lend a helping hand to my family and situation, even if it's just a prayer, or just sending your thoughts, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. We'll stay in touch. Keep texting us, letting us know how you're doing. I'll get this posted as soon as possible. And hopefully the power comes back on soon for you and for all those who are left stranded in the situation.
Yes, and my best wishes and thoughts go out to everyone that are facing this situation right now. And I just want to say you guys are not alone. We're on this together, and we will prevail. And go vote. That's all I gotta say in the next election. Go vote.